Hello, everybody. Um, Not fresh back, but not long back from Installer, where again it's amazing, that show. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. Can it get any bigger? This is the thing. Met lots of old friends, few people that I'd have liked to have touched base with. For whatever reason, couldn't do so. I do apologise if there was anybody that I was intending to meet up with and we didn't even so much as get a photograph. But that's because it was just so busy. I did spot a couple of people that I'd have gladly had a laugh and a giggle with, but they were absolutely, either they were busy or it was through a massive crowd. So hello to all the people that I didn't get a chance to have a giggle with, as well as all the people that I did. Now, absolutely fantastic show, but just as a bit of a side thing to this, one of the things that kept coming up over and over while we were down there was this shenanigans with DEFA. Now, as I've reminded people in the past, social media, be careful on social media what you put on there, because what we perceive as a bit of banter, someone else takes deadly seriously. So you can imagine when there's something that is deadly serious, it can also backfire in a big way on people. So although it's absolutely terrible what's being reported has been going on at DEFA, allegedly, one, we need to let the authorities and be that the police or whoever investigate what's been going on there. It's obvious that some things have been going very, very wrong there. Speaking to people who I know who are in the know, very, very much so, there's definitely things that need to be answered for there. But we need to let that process take its course, and we need to, as a trade, we need to demonstrate to the public that that is not us. That is not us. I have seen tens of thousands of tradespeople, not just plumbing and heating engineers, give up their time for free. And this isn't just on the BBC's DIY SOS. I was privileged to go on a couple of those and absolutely had the time of my life. I've said to everybody, it's getting paid for what you do with these is obviously what we do for a living and very rewarding. But when you get to do it for the kind of causes that we have, you feel immensely privileged. And for every person that you see on camera, I reckon there's 50 you don't. So bear that in mind when you're watching things like that. There's an awful lot of people who have absolutely worked the socks off, been absolutely covered from head to foot in all sorts of crap. Cut themselves, hurt themselves like we do all day, every day in the building trade, and have never appeared on camera. You'd never know that they were even there, but they've absolutely grafted the socks off. Day in, day out, week in, week out, there will be a tradesperson somewhere, and obviously I shout out for the plumbers. I'm a plumbing and heating engineer, gas engineer, whichever way you look at it. If you want to be elitist with air source heat pumps and things like that, you're just a plumber in a posh frock. in a posh suit or whatever. You're still basically doing plumbing. So be proud of it. And every single day, there are plumbers up and down the country, and obviously other trades, doing jobs for free. Doing jobs for next to free, you know. They might provide the labour for free. I mean, you know, people can't afford to keep working for nothing. Now, I've had instances where myself and friends have helped out people who are actually better off than we were. There's another one. Helping people who are actually better off than you. They've actually literally got more money than you have. Now, that was still the right thing to do because they might have had more money, but they were coping with things that are, you know, absolutely terrible. And we help to make that situation easier, yeah? But not, like I've said, not everybody who does stuff for free is out to get things, is out to get anything. I'll give you an example in I didn't choose the name, by the way, the Warriors of Warmth, who I keep threatening I'm going to go and help on a job, but it always seems to coincide with, it seems to be miles away and coincide with me being absolutely full of prescription drugs whenever they seem to be doing one. But I will get out there, lads, and we'll have a laugh, and I will help, because I'm only going to turn up if I can help. Warriors of Warmth. Nobody gets so much as a penny out of that. There's no money goes into a bank account and then the money goes to the good causes or anything like that. It literally, materials are bought, or materials are provided, I beg your pardon, by suppliers. They go to the job, they get used, that's it. None of the people involved get any wages off anybody. I mean, we do have plumbers and heating engineers who are sponsored by manufacturers, etc. But when they're actually doing these jobs, little or no mention of these companies, which for them is a massive thing, because that's part of their advertising budget, as well as, you know, they will have a budget for charity, or a lot of the bigger companies do anyway. But they can only spend it once. So here's the kicker. So when a company, and it is a company now, comes along that says they are doing plumbing works for free, not actually. This particular company was a normal functioning plumbing and heating company that then supposedly, so everybody gets their wages first, right? Everybody working for DEFRA got paid. Then whatever money was left over went back into the charity. Now, they did take on works for which they were paid. Again, everybody got their wages, the running expenses of the company, etc. Which, when you think about it, that makes sense. Yeah? And then they would do a proportion of the work that they did would be for free. Sound familiar? It should do, because that's what an awful lot of plumbers and heating engineers do already. They graft the, pardon the language, but they graft the tits off. And if they're lucky enough to have some materials left over, or they've got, they hear about someone who's not doing particularly well, and they go along and help them for free, or basically for next to nothing. Because occasionally, you know, you might get a bag of chips or whatever, or a packet of biscuits. Then basically that's what they're doing. It's the way that you go about it that I think needs to be called into question here. I think now any company that says they're a not-for-profit company need to be kept an eye on, because either by ignorance, if there is any criminality, as has been alleged in the case of DEFA, if there has been people have been basically conned because they've been given the wrong information, and this has helped raise, enormous amounts of money, then how those amounts of money have been used, the level at which people have been paid, and just how truthful everything has been needs to be examined. But going forward, so should all companies that say they're not-for-profit charity-based companies. That way, it's a level playing field. That way, nobody can say it's a witch hunt. Nobody can say they're being trolled. Now, trolled is what, in my opinion, is when people specifically set out with evil intent to hurt somebody through social media, etc. Using social media as a tool, as a weapon against somebody. Be it a company, be it an individual, whatever. I've seen people that I love to bits suffer at the hands of trolling. And also, I've seen people who are absolute lovely people themselves accused of trolling. Who they weren't trolling at all, right? The real trolls, the nasty buggers that they seem to get some sort of a kick out of hurting other people. They're lower than filth, and when they get caught up with, they need dealing with properly. They need to bloody suffer for what they've done. Let's be honest. Going forward, I just want to keep this positivity going. Yeah, remember, folks, that the public are watching us. The public can jump to the wrong conclusion as well. Plumbing and heating engineers know how expensive it is to be in our job. I found out recently. Obviously, most people know I've got a cancer called multiple myeloma that never goes away. So I've been on the receiving end of other plumbing and heating engineers, other trades, lots and lots of people coming to my aid, which was incredible. But as a bunch of trades, we've got to realise when we put stuff online, the public can see that, and the public's confidence in us can be based on what they see on social media. So I want to see the proper side of us all. When people are helping people genuinely for free. Free meaning free. All the unsung heroes who, like I've said, day in, day out, go and help other people for no reward at all. None whatsoever. Sometimes they literally don't even get cheers, mate. Don't even get that. I see them. They're my friends. So, if a member of the public is watching this, don't tar everyone with the same brush. There's people out there who do care, who do pick up the phone, who are there when customers have problems. But also remember the professional victim that's out there, and the people who wake up every morning and say, who's going to offend me today? Well, we need to deal with them as well, because they're about as much use as a cloth cap when it's raining nails. we need to be rid of them as well, don't we? So stay positive, everybody. Keep doing all that fantastic jobs. Keep posting pictures and videos of all the wonderful work that's going on out there. Stay safe. And if I could put my arms around the bloody lot of you and give you a big hug for all the good that you do, I really would. So, from me now, as an old tradie, thank you very much, because when I was poorly and I was at home and I was watching videos on YouTube and everything, apart from the little videos people sent me full of banter, trying to wind me up, which was absolutely fantastic, watching all these videos that everybody does bucked me up, because it reminded me of what I could do and what I wanted to get back to doing. And I am now, between me and you, bit by bit, and hopefully the future stays nice and bright. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everybody at Installer. And thank you to Captain Backflow. If you know, you know. Who very kindly, when he found out him and his lads were just too busy to stay at Installer in the room that they'd booked, he gave it me. He only stopped there one night. Bless him. Right? Paul Daly, you're an absolute superstar, mate. Thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. And he even kept one bloody eye on me, making sure I wasn't overdoing it while he was down there and all. So I'm going to have to, at some point, I'm going to go and see him over at Leeds, say hello, take him a bit of some thank you cakes or something, and see them folks over there too. Anyway, like I said, I've taken enough of your time now, but please keep up the positivity. Please keep doing all the charity work out there. Don't let what's gone on with DEFRA put you off. And if you're a member of the public, don't let it put you off, tradesmen. And don't be looking for negativity that isn't there. Because that's the other thing. You know, we need to avoid that as well. Right. Have an absolutely wonderful day, the rest of you. Look at the sunshine beating through this window now. All right. Bye for now.